Welcome, everyone, to webinar number 8. I'm Scott Isaacs, the head of architecture and senior innovator for the Technology and Innovation Group here at the Wilmot Cancer Institute. Today, we'll be showing the updates for our internal Hyperion ticketing system. You may think that ticketing is a simple part of daily operations, but its proper implementation is hard for many organizations. Presenting today will be JC, the principal developer and of the update of the Hyperion ticketing system. JC has been with us for a few years now, and he constantly amazes us with his talent, both in his fantastic UI and UX elements, as well as his development skills. He puts his all into every one of his projects, and you can see his fingerprints across all of our other platforms where he has helped design the visualizations for those products. So without further ado, JC, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Scott. I am here today to present the Hyperion ticketing update. My name is JC. I'm a research data engineer with the Technology and Innovation Group here at the University of Rochester Medical Center, Wilmot Cancer Institute. I am a developer and UX UI designer with over 2 years in software development and 8 years experience in graphic design and art direction. The agenda for today's presentation is going to start with a review of the current ticketing system, identifying improvements to the existing functionality. We will be submitting a new ticket, creating a descriptive request for the most accurate response. We will navigate the ticketing portal, viewing request details and the progress towards completion. We will review the updates that we talked about here in this presentation, improvements and goals for redesigning the system, and finish up with questions, final thoughts, and answers if needed. On the left is the current Hyperion ticket request form. This was initially intended to encourage users to submit their data requests, filling out all details in a singular open text field. This allowed our users the ease of access in making requests. However, in some cases, it didn't provide our team with enough information to efficiently deliver data without having to circle back for more details. In time, we decided to upgrade the system not only to improve the user interface, but to allow for more information-rich requests, giving our team the tools necessary to better serve up the data. On the right is the current ticketing portal, which displays the necessary information in a table format. While functional and easy to read, there was room to create a more in-depth interface, providing our users with a better overall experience. For those who have used Hyperion before, on the left, you'll recognize our main landing page. Since I was the principal developer on this landing site, I have incorporated the ticketing update into the navigation of this project. In the top left, you'll see the new Ticket Submit button. This will now populate a form in the current browser window. This form submission window will hide the background and walk you through each step. Depending on the type of request you have, the information required in the following steps will be affected. Looking at the top of the form window, the step indicator shows the first required bit of information we'll need, which is a subject and description for your request. Like most emails and data requests, these are vital to having a general understanding of what it is that you need. A detailed description will give our team a well-rounded picture as to what your request is and how we can fulfill it effectively and efficiently. The following step includes entirely optional fields that can potentially assist in certain request scenarios, whether that be a data request deadline, a consultation with our team, other individuals who need access to this data, as well as the ability to upload a supporting document. For research report requests only, users will be required to answer the following questions. Who is the primary investigator of this project, whether that be yourself or somebody else? If the project is RSRB approved, and if the project has funding. This information is important for us to be aware of when delivering your data. And lastly, all ticket types will present a review of all of your responses. This is to ensure that all answers align with your request before the final submit. And when submitted, an email will be sent to both the user and the approver as confirmation. From that email, there will be a button that will take you to the ticketing portal to review the inquiry that was just submitted. Here we have the new ticketing portal. At first glance, we can see a similar format to the existing system with a few distinct changes. At the top, there are sections, just as before, based on the status of the tickets within the system. Here, we are viewing the portal from a general user level, displaying any and all tickets associated with that user. Below that, the requests will be shown in a card-like style, which showcases a high-level overview of the information within. Selecting a ticket will bring you to the expanded ticket view for that request. This is that expanded view. At the top, we have the subject, when the ticket was submitted, who submitted the request, who was assigned to it and working on it, as well as the type. Directly below that is the new project tracker, which will update according to the status of the ticket, whether that be pending, accepted, in progress, or completed. Next, we have the full request description along with any additional points of information that were provided at the time of the submission. And lastly, at the bottom, you'll see a messaging window where users can reach out to our team directly. And after a message is sent by the user, our team will receive an email notification. And similarly, if the team responds to your request, the requester will be notified by email. So to recap, I have implemented my best knowledge and experience in UX/UI design to help amplify the data collection from the user so that we can provide the best possible results. Any additional input fields have been split into sections based on the type of request, as to not overwhelm the user. Any required research report information is intended to help our team better assist your request while also helping us to continue assisting users. And the new ticketing portal provides a more robust view of your request, giving more clarity as to where along the process your request is, as well as a direct line to us if you need help. And now I will show a brief demo of the system. So here we have the Hyperion landing page. This is viewed at a general user level. So you can see the nav bar at the top. You can access the new ticketing portal here, and you can submit a ticket with this button at the top. Here is our submission form, starting with the purpose of your request. This is the type to route the following steps of the form. I'm going to do two routes. I'll do the quickest route and a little more of an in-depth route. A lot of people who come to Hyperion are requesting access either for themselves or on behalf of somebody else for a lot of our applications that need special permissions. So I'm going to start with a user access request. We're met with who requires access. I'm going to request access for Miss Mary Method here. Any additional comments, you could say that she is with the lymphoma department. Just leave it like that. And then we'll move on to the final review. You can see your request type, who is requesting access, and any comments associated with it. And I'm going to submit. You will be met with a successful submit message here, and you can go directly to the portal from here. But I'm going to submit one more ticket just so we can see. I'm going to do cancer control. We're going to submit a ticket somewhere along the lines of tracking lung cancer patients. So for that, I pre-typed some data here. So my subject is going to be lung cancer patient tracking. And in as much detail, I'll describe your request. These description windows should be as robust as possible. There are additional input fields that you can enter, but this is the main window where you can enter in all of the information associated with your request. The size of this box will change based on the length of your description, so know that you can type as much information here as you can. This is my lovely little ChatGPT response here. And I'm gonna hit next. Here is the details you can see in our little tracker up top. All of these fields are optional. Do I want a consultation with the team? No, for this request, I don't need it. When is the latest date this request will be useful? I will say by next week, which is a little short. We'll say we'll push it out. We'll put it by, we'll say March, mid-March. You can fill out an impact if not fulfilled by this date. If there's something dire that needs to be done, let us know why, what will be the effect if you do not receive it at that time. You can enter people who need access to this data as well, just Smith. And then you can also upload a document here, the one for this request, and then I will hit review. Here we see all of our responses just as before. It's a little bigger than before because we entered in more information. We selected no on a team consultation. This is when we needed it. We didn't provide a reason as to why or when we needed it. And then subject, description, and submit. It is successful. And I'm going to go right over to the ticketing portal so that we can view those 2 tickets that we just submitted. Right over here in the pending tab, we'll see these are those 2 requests that we just made. We have the user access request, and it's pretty simple. It wasn't a very large request, but it is shown here as well. And then I will go back and we will view the larger ticket that we submitted. And here we have all of our responses that we created. And as we can see, it is pending, not yet approved. When it is approved, this marker will move down and it will move into the active section on the main page of ticketing. So with that, if you'd like to learn more about our amazing team and the projects that we have, you can scan the QR code on screen or visit our team through the page on this URL. I want to thank you for taking the time to join us for the presentation. I'm very proud of this project and would like it to be the best that it can be. If there are any questions or concerns, I would be happy to answer them. You can reach out to me here. And that's it from me.
Thank you, JC, for that great presentation. It's excellent work as always. So, and with that, we are going to close out the webinar. Thank you all for joining us.
Thanks.